Johanna. Johanna.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little show and tell video of some journals I have ready to release into my Etsy shop. So I'm super excited because this is the first collection I've released this entire year. So this first collection is going to be a set of 10 little golden book journals, and then I'm also going to have another collection this week. So I'm going to film a separate video for that after this, but there's going to be another set of 4. They're a bit different, so like I said, I'll do a different video for those after. So here's the collection. There's 10, so they don't really all fit in frame, but what I did was I went through my collection of little golden books and I just chose some of my very favorites. So there's a lot of Eloise Wilkins books, which if you watch my channel you know I really love her illustrations. So there's a bunch of those as well as some other favorites. So I'm just going to take you through first all the titles, because I know some people have a favorite little golden book, so I'll just take you through all the titles so you know what's there. So the first one is Wiggles. The next one is Prayers for Children. The next one is The New Baby. Then we have My Kitten. We have Georgie Finds a Grandpa. Counting Rhymes. Mother Goose. The Happy Family. We have Busy Timmy. And we have Cats. So those are the titles in this collection. So I just want to talk a bit about the books generally, and then I'll just show you a little flip through of each one. They're all really quite similar to each other on the inside. Of course the patterns differ a little bit and there's a few little small differences. The beads and charms are all different as well, but generally they're pretty similar. So what I did for all the books was I made this spine. I really wanted to recreate the little golden book spine. So when I was thinking about what makes the little golden books, it's their golden spine. And so I was looking at some of my vintage little golden books, and I'll use these as an example. The really old books, or some of the editions, were mostly black with a gold floral design on the spine. So when you have all of your little golden books all together on the shelf, they have that beautiful golden spine. So I really wanted to recreate that, so that's what I tried to do. It's a little golden book inspired spines. So they all have the spines, they all have charms, they're all a little bit different to each other. They also all have on the inside a library card pocket and a library card, some lace and some of this beautiful tape. This is all sealed in as well, so it's not going to come off. I've also got in all of the books, entire innards are in each journal, so all of the pages are in the journal. They're not necessarily in order, so it's not like a reading book, but they're all in there and they're all stitched in, and they're usually in as flaps. So there's a pocket here, but most of the time the pages are stitched in with a flap so you can journal secretly underneath, or if you wanted to you could even just cut the page off if you wanted to glue it somewhere else, or if you wanted to take it apart and make something with it, you could just cut it off because it's just stitched like a flap, because I wanted to leave the options open for how you use the book, but all of the pages are in each journal. So now that I've spoken a little bit about the books, I'm going to take you through them in a little bit more detail. All of the information will be in the listings as well, for exact page numbers and stuff like that. Most of the books have about 8 signatures. They all do have the same types of pages and the same number of pages roughly. It would be ever so slightly different, but some of them have more signatures than others just because of the way the papers were dispersed into signatures. So the first one here is My Kitten. This is so cute. I was trying to choose between this one and my last little golden book journal that I was using for myself when I made it, and I ended up going with the other one, so I still made this into a journal, and it's so cute. The illustrations in this book are adorable. So the charms look like this. There's some buttons and some beads in pinks and greens and like a little pop of blue and yellow. And then inside we've got the library card pocket here. This is gold embossed on the library card. You could write something there if you wanted to. And then right away we go into the front page of the book. So these journals are really eclectic. They're fun papers. Like this particular collection would be really cute as baby books, obviously because they're made out of children's books. They're very nostalgic though, and so if you just enjoy the little golden books, or you collect them, or you used to read them when you were younger, or you read them to your kids, these books would be fun to use for yourself, but just as a personal journal as well. I also wanted to leave enough drawing room for you to bulk this up if you wanted to, so there's lots of extra pieces in here, but most of them are just in on paper clips. That way, if you want to, you can take them out completely, or you can just take them off and put them into a pocket somewhere or glue them onto a page. But there's lots of fun little bits and pieces. I've also done some little paper punching with the Martha Stewart punch. I think it's called Floral Vine, for everyone who's wondering. So there's lots of little cutouts in the paper and lots of little decorative stitches. And you can write secretly behind all of the illustrations, because most people that don't know junk journals probably just, if they flipped through your journal, they wouldn't really notice that there's all these hidden spots. So pop it there. This is an envelope that opens up at the top. Black paper, which is really fun to write on with white pen. Some little extra bits and pieces. Fold out pages. So like I said, I think these would be really cute, eclectic children's books, like baby journaling books or writing to your children. But you could also definitely just use them as your personal journal. So envelopes and some stitching, some children's book page, and there's a nice variety of different papers, so lots of different paperweights and paper textures too, so it feels nice to flip through, and also you can kind of experiment with the different types of papers and how you use each paper. So journaling spot here and a journaling spot here. Really gorgeous illustrations. I also put them in the way that I put them in because I wanted you to be able to see or be able to use both sides of the illustrations, because most of these books have really, really gorgeous illustrations and both sides are just as cute as each other. So I didn't want to like have to decide like between this one and this one, for example. So by putting them in like this, you get to see both sides of the illustration. So that is the first one, my kitten. Then for the rest of them, I'm just going to flip through. I'm not going to flip through every single page because there's 10 of them. I'm just going to show you the sorts of things that are in each book, the different sort of papers that you get. There's vintage papers, illustrations, bingo paper, scrapbook paper, vintage pieces. The illustrations in this book are so cute. So punching, craft paper, really fun, happy pages, and a lot of different variety in size as well. So just, I don't want to take too long going through every single page. So they all have approximately the same number of pages and they all have the same amount of goodies inside as well. Prayers for Children, there are the beads. So this one's got pinks and greens and wood beads and some buttons here in the front, and then the same sort of thing happening inside as well. So I know that some of you will probably be annoyed at me for not going through every single page, but I don't want to have like a 40-minute long video. I think it gets boring very fast, so I just want to just give you a rough idea. There will be more photos on the listings if you are curious in seeing more details about each book. So the new baby sort of thing on the inside, and all the books have been sealed with varnish as well, just to help stop them from deteriorating any further. Some of them were not in the best shape, but most of them were in pretty good shape, so that just kind of helps protect them. And if you happen to get it dirty or something, you can just wipe it clean. Really beautiful ledger paper, cute illustrations, really cute paper prints. Bingo. So I want them to be fun, and I want them to have enough patterns and images and stuff to inspire you to use them, but I also want to leave heaps of real estate for actual use, so journaling and stuff, so you can journal on pretty much every single page in here. And if you're not sure how to use this type of journal, I do have a Junk Journal With Me playlist on my channel where I am using my own junk journals, and so you can hopefully get some ideas from that on how I use more busy pages. But there's tons and tons of ways that you can use these books. So there's that one, Georgie Finds a Grandpa. This one's so cute too. There's a couple of little dings in the cover, but I've sealed it up so it's not going to keep peeling or anything. The charms on this one are blues and greens, and then there's some pretty wood beads and buttons. So going through quickly again, there's some postcards, some little playing pieces, some index cards, and lots of fun little bits to use. So lots of layering with the size pages, little envelopes and tuck spots, stamping, fold outs. So there's that one. Mother Goose, this one was probably in the worst shape as far as the cover goes. So there's like a bit of a bare spot here that had torn. This has been sealed over as well, so it shouldn't keep tearing. But it's just got a bit of charm. I think it's quite charming. And the beads on this one, I've just complemented the cover color with these beads, and then there's pops of pinks, some ceramic beads, some buttons. We go inside, same sort of thing. So these journals will be going into my Etsy shop tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Sunday the 24th. I'm going to put them in my shop at 5 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. So I will link my Etsy shop below if you are interested in checking that out. The other collection I have coming this week will also go into my Etsy shop. But after that, I'm not sure if I'm going to be staying on Etsy. I am looking into other platforms to sell on, but this week and these collections will be on Etsy, so nothing's changed there if you are interested. The next one is the Happy Family. This one's so cute. So again, with the charms, got some nice bright fun colors and some beads and some buttons. And then inside, the library card pocket and the beautiful illustrations. So just take you through really quickly. Oops, this is all paper clipped together. So little goodies paper clipped to the pages, envelopes, heaps and heaps of pages to play with as well. So then we've got counting rhymes. The illustrations in here are really beautiful too, and I love the inner cover. So I've added a little bit to the inner covers, but I didn't want to cover them up completely like with pattern paper or anything, so you can still see the original pattern on the inside of the books. Just flip through. You could definitely get creative with this and cut off the illustrations. Like I said, if you're brave enough, you could cut off the illustrations or some of them and then glue them down onto pages, or like make your own little postcards or little die cuts to decorate the pages. It's totally up to you. They're just in the way that they are to give you the option. So there is Counting Rhymes, Busy Timmy. So the cover and then the charms look like this. Again, really sweet illustrations by Eloise Wilkin, which is my favourite. So lots of really cute images. So that's Busy Timmy, and then the last one I have is cats. So my last personal journal was a kitty cat themed book, so I wanted to do another one, and this one has all blue beads, and then inside same sort of thing. So illustrations, different types of papers, different size papers, fold outs, and little fun bits and pieces that you can use to decorate the pages. So that is cats. So that is the entire collection. Like I said, these are going to go into my Etsy shop tomorrow, Sunday the 24th of June at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Obviously, if you're in another country or somewhere else in the world, you just need to get on Google and look up what time that's going to be wherever you are. A lot of people have asked me if they can reserve a journal, so I just want to address that as well. At this current time, I'm not taking reservations on any books, only because if I do that, then I need to do that for everybody, and then the whole process of selling the books gets like, I feel more involved. It's more manual, and I prefer it just to be really automatic and out of my hands. So, and as long as I don't have to pick and choose who gets what, it just gets too personal, and I feel too guilty if I'm reserving books. So this is the best way for me to do it, just to put them into my shop and to leave it up to chance. I'm also considering possibly opening up one custom journal spot, just one at a time. So the only way I can think of custom journals working for me is if I have one spot available at one time. So it would be like a listing in my Etsy shop that goes up at random, and whoever happens to get that listing gets a custom book, and so then I wouldn't renew that listing until I'm finished with that order and I've got more time to do another custom book. So that's something that I'm considering. I'm not entirely sure yet if that's going to happen, but it's something that I'm thinking about. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But yeah, thank you for stopping by my channel today. I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.